Hello and welcome. It's been a while since we've been live, but today we going live. We going live. I don't expect that many people to come out. I actually experimented with the YouTube channel, see what happens if I stop uploading. Now, YouTube, just like I thought with the algorithm, just like I suspected, it doesn't really suggest the channel out. So not that many people will see the notification. If you see it later, cool. Smash that like button. We're going to start uploading more. I started to go and get focused on, crypto, making some money. But a lot of people, we just came out with a new system here. All right, we came out with a new system here, and I think this simplifies what this is. Okay, as this simplifies what we're going to be going forward with, right? Because there are going to be different labels here. A lot of people come under the comment section and say, "How dare you put Sha'Carri Richardson in there with these same athletes?" Well, if it's just based on time, then of course we put those types of athletes, right? But we're going to be talking about something very interesting, and I think we're going to call this the ATR labeling system. Okay, if you look at the description, I actually put the wrong picture up at first, but it's the ATR Ranking Scale. Actually, is what it's going to be called. If you look in the description, that's what we're going to do, and the above the rest. Okay. So when people now go forward and they're going to say, "Hey, what do you say about these ranked athletes?" Now I don't have to repeat myself and say, "Well, it's the top 50 ranked international athletes." We're just going to know. When I say gold label athlete, you know what that means. When I say bronze label athlete, boom, you know what that means. That's what we're going to be doing here. And so thank you for everybody coming out. Timothy, the inventor, Giddy Goose James, she is Bree Wayne, everybody else on the notification squad. I experimented with YouTube. I know that it's starting to bury the channel a little bit when we don't upload on a regular basis. But we gonna be back up here. I had to go, make my money in crypto. Now I'm back. Y'all saw the charts. They've been pumping up like crazy. So I had to give it to them. But thank you, everybody. Hello and welcome to Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes, performances, and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. You guys see the title right here. If you guys want to get my attention even faster than when I naturally will come up to the comment section, definitely just leave a super chat. I thank you all that support this channel every single time that we come out with this notification. I do got a shout out to the sponsors here that supported on Patreon, on PayPal. They support the NFTs and everything like that. So I got a shout out to the sponsors there. I got a shout out to the YouTube advertisements that come up, as well as if you donate via Cash App, Chime Sign, or PayPal. Thank you guys that always come out to do that. Now, let me get into the subject today. Let's get into subjects today. Gold ranked athletes. Who are they? Now, some people are going to say Sharika Jackson and Tiana Daniels next to each other. Well, they may or may not be gold label ranked. So that's what I'm going to be using here. The term is gold label. Gold label ranked. Not gold ranked, but gold label ranked. That's going to be our term that we use. So when we start doing this, and when I hear other YouTube channels that are doing it, just like they're starting to say above the rest and everything, shout out to this channel here and you guys that are bringing it over to those channels. Now we're going to know where the origin of this ranking system comes from. So look, here's the ranking system that I got so far. Now I think I want to have something below bronze, but that might be overkill, right? Now we have champion, which may or may not be used. I might just use platinum plus. Okay, platinum plus, and that might just be the case. But we got champion under them, and now champion is going to be like the top 1%. Okay, the top 1% right there. They said, Ferdinand, shout out to you, waiting on the fight. Now we got champion, top 1%, platinum. That's probably going to be like the top 5% or so. That might not be the exact percentage, but that's going to be a top 5. Then we got gold, silver, and bronze. Now, a lot of y'all are wondering what this was. I didn't really give the description for platinum. So when I saw the comments that people were making saying that this person is here, some people were saying Tori is probably champion, and I'm just like, look, chill out with Tori Bowie. I know that y'all like her a lot, but she is definitely, I can say that beyond recognizable doubt, she is definitely not champion label. I said top 1%. Tori Bowie is nowhere near top 1%. Flojo has held the world record for the last couple of decades, and she is not in a champion rank on this ranking system, not right here, because she did not do certain qualifications. So if FloJo ain't on there and Tori Bowen ain't nowhere near those world records or the dominance, then come on now. Now I know y'all are fans of the people, but let's be reasonable here, okay? Now, I'm not going to bring up every single athlete during this video, okay? I'm going to say that right now. Not every single athlete's going to be brought up, but let's get to the point right here. Thank you guys for coming out. I know y'all got other things to do this evening or very early in the morning. Now, based on this list, now I'm bringing up the field eventers because some of the commenters are saying, hey, you ain't bringing up the field event. Hey, look, it comes down to, are people watching it or not? If you guys ain't watching it, then where's the motivation of me, coming out there? Because it kills the channel. But now that I've killed it on purpose, I don't have to worry about people coming out. I kind of like shoot them away. Now, where do you guys think based on this? Oh, wait a minute. I didn't give you the description, did I? Okay, let's go into this right now. Let's go into this. So back to the ranking system. Before I get into that, here is the summary. And I'm going to, in the future, it's going to be very short to the point. It's going to be 2 minutes. I'm going to go boom, 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 boom. Like I said, top 1%. Here it is. If you want to be a champion label, this is tentative with this, but I'm definitely using platinum. So if I drop champion, Usain Bolt goes into platinum, platinum plus. But here we go. Champion is world record. You have to have the world record. That means people like Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, Mo Farah, they cannot be labeled champion. They have to have had the world record at some point. I know that's going to upset some people. It is what it is. You have to have a world record plus multiple Olympic and or world championship titles. Okay, you have to win. This the top 1% for a reason. Now, in the future, eventually the world record isn't going to be dropped. So there's an argument to be made that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, because of her dominance, could be eventually taken into the champion. But as it stands right now, because it's a chance that the world record may go down, I can't say that FloJo's records are untouchable. Okay? Now, the thing is here, before I go on to the next one, for the people that say FloJo, her 100 time is inflated and everything, and I was believing that for a second. Now I'm starting to think people like this, because if I thought about this in 5 minutes, you can too. Her 200 time is so untouchable. It took a trampoline track, enhanced shoes, enhanced training, and nobody is close to her world record in the 200. And it matches that when Lane Thompson here has run a 10.6 and 10.5, she's now running the closest to it. Other people that have run 10.6s, they didn't get close to it. So I'm thinking that 10.49 is a legitimate time. Whether you guys think that it was there, she at least had the potential to do a 10.5. So I got to say, it's been decades and decades, and the fact that they can't even get the 200, and you got to have a certain amount of speed to run that 21:34. Oh, well, nobody's close to it. Because if that was a 21:34 at this Olympics, it would have been a gap. It would have been a gap. It wouldn't even been close. So that's how good FloJo's time is. We got to put some respect on her name. People gonna, and then for the other argument of, hey, steroids. You know how many people did drug cheats? Marion Jones couldn't get close to her times in the 100 or 200. There have been other people that have been drug cheats and caught. They couldn't do it. They have been running on better track surfaces, better shoes, and everything like that, and they couldn't get close to it. So that's what I got to say about FloJo. We got to give the honor to her. Just because she's an American and some of y'all don't like her and everything like that, I'm going to hold the same energy for it. So there we go. Now, Rojas, somebody said, Timothy the Inventor said, Rojas is champion, you can't deny it, maybe gold or platinum. But here's my standards here. For champion, let me just shoot through it. Champion level. If you want to qualify for that, you're going to be world record holder at some point, even if you lost it. Multiple Olympic champion and or world championship champion. Plus, they might have changed the format. Now, this stands for maybe a distance runner or a sprinter. Field eventers, they ain't going to change no format for you. Right? Plus, and or you did a quote-unquote They said that is the cringiest intro ever. I don't know what you thought about. But anyway, now, when it comes to this, is that you have to get, or you have done a first, right? You have done a first, a quote unquote first. Now, what is a first? Well, Lane Thompson-Herah has been the first woman ever to get a 100 and 200 double at the Olympics. But there's going to be a but here. If you ain't holding world record, see, that's why I said and or. A first can overrule this, but enough time has to pass by. I can't label Lane Thompson-Herah as a champion level label athlete until enough time passes and somebody else does not repeat her mark in the next decade and a half or a decade or two. Because this is something that has to be taken very seriously. It's the top 1%. Somebody else may be able to repeat what she does because that's just what it is. Now, Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce is the first woman to win 100, 4 100s. Allison Felix is the first woman to win three 200s in a row at the World Championships. Okay, those are some firsts, but that's why I put the world record label there. Now, let's go down to platinum. Okay, let's go down to platinum. This is the qualifier. Now, there are multiple stipulations. I'm going to give y'all the simplified version today. All right, let's do this one quick. Platinum here. There are multiple stipulations to all of these, but I'm going to give y'all the most simplistic version of it. Now, here it is. You need 1 Olympic gold medal plus 1 medal. So if 1 is gold, you got to show up at 2 different Olympics. Now, this doesn't mean that the Olympics is more important than the World Championships. It's just what I'm building in here is consistency. Somebody showing up at 1 Olympic Games like a FloJo doesn't mean anything. Basically, if she can't hold that form over a period of 2 Olympics, is a 4-year difference. And that means in between. So that's all I'm saying here. That doesn't really mean that. Plus, you got to have 2 World Championship medals, 1 individual gold. Or you can do 3 separate World Championships and get 3 relay golds. All right? All right? Or if you set a world record at 1, like FloJo did, she's a platinum level athlete because she set a world record. And then after so long of a time, she actually qualified for platinum because nobody's near it because of time. That's why she did. Now, here's gold. Here's gold. So you guys get what I'm saying here? So you got to have 2 separate Olympics. You had to have medaled at both at the very least. You got to get a gold medal in at least 1. If you don't get a gold medal, you cannot be platinum unless you make it up for the relays. Now, I didn't have a relay list here for that because for the Olympics, because technically I'm counting Olympics and World Championship. If it's an international championship that's bigger than Pan Americans or Commonwealth, the biggest ones of the year, that's what we're counting here. But I'm separating Olympic and World Championship only for the fact that Olympics happens less often. So here we go. Here's gold. This is what this video is about. Gold. Okay. Here's the qualifications. You made the Olympic and World Championship finals. And then you have 1 relay medal. So this helps the nations that have better relays. So this is why, or you have 2 relay medals. Right? Now, if you're a nation that has weak relays, right, then you only need to make the Olympic finals and World Championship finals. So that means you need to make sure, technically FloJo was. Now, let me get back to that in a second. Now, you need to make the Olympic finals and World Championship finals. So distance runners, they don't have the chance of, unless they're an 800 runner, they don't have a chance to be on the relay. Field eventers don't have a chance to be on the relay. So the relay stipulation does not count for them. But the sprinters, the 1 in 200, typically they're on a relay as well. So it's going to be a higher rated, it's going to be a little bit harder for the USA, Jamaica, Great Britain to be a gold label athlete because those nations have strong relays, and sometimes the Bahamas. So if you're already a strong relay nation, you have to also qualify as a relay medal. If you're not, you cannot be on the gold. I'm sorry. But the only way to make up for that is if you make enough world championship and Olympic teams. That's the only other stipulation. Now, if you set an Olympic record, you're automatically gold. If you set a world record, you're automatically gold. Now, here we go. Silver. If you wanted to be ranked as a silver label athlete, then this is what you got to do. You got to win your national championships in your nation. And you have to be ranked top 15 on the rankings list. Let's take this off for a second. You got to be ranked top 15 right here on this international ranking list for at least 2 years. Or you got to be your local hometown hero. You may not have to be a national championship, but if you're in the top 3 in your nation and you beat international athletes too that are ranked there, then you can. But you got to be ranked in the top 15 at least 2 years. Now, the bronze level ranking, the one that you see here, the bottom of the bottom, okay? Right? You got to be top 10 in your individual nation and top 30 overall. So for this one, you just got to be top 30 overall for at least 2 years. Now, I might increase both of these, silver and for bronze, I might increase that to 3 or 4 years. The reason being is I'm trying to make a ranking system that is above the rest. That's what this is. This is head and shoulders above the rest. I want people to know that if they get ranked even bronze ranking, even the sponsors may one day use this. Even my friend was joking around saying, yo, Trikey or all of these Luma and whatever, they're going to be using these. And they say, hey, look, you only a freaking, you're silver rank. Why should we give you a specialized shoe? You're not even gold rank, right? Now, that might happen if this channel blows up enough, or if this standard gets out there and it gets accepted enough, then that's what sponsors are even going to say. That's what I would say. I would be like, hey, look, I'm Hershey or I'm some car company. I'm like, hey, look, your gold rank, all right, this is how much money a gold rank athlete can be eligible for. This is how much money a silver rank athlete. You guys get what I'm saying here? Because now I'm about to go over who is exactly, there's Tori Franklin, my old friend. We're going to go over exactly who's a bronze, who's a silver, who's a gold. But this one, we're going to specialize in gold. So in the future, this is what I'm going to do. When you see any of these titles here, you're going to see this where it says gold label ranked in the lower right-hand corner. That's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start tagging it in the titles. So going forward, when you see something, it's going to be easy to understand. And in the future, I'm going to make that 2 minutes where it's like, hey guys, we have a ranking system here, a 5-tier ranking system. Gold means blah, blah, blah. So I'm taking a little bit longer time because this is the very first time and we're on a live stream, right? So here's what I got to say here. Now, let's see who's gold ranked here. Let's look at Yulimar Rojas. She's above a gold rank. I can say that right now. Why? She's 2-time world champion. And she's also got an Olympic medal. Remember, because the platinum was to get at least a gold at one Olympics and a medal at the other one at the very least. And the same thing at the world championship. She's qualified. She's overqualified for it. She's broken the world record. The fact that she could have broke a world record and got a gold and then showed up at multiple world championships and Olympics, that would have got her enough. She's a platinum labeled athlete, Yulimar Rojas, right? She's well and above with that. So we can safely say that's what she is, right? I mean, it'll behoove me to even say, oh no, she's not up there. Now let's look at Ricketts real quick. All right, what do you guys think what Ricketts is? Based on what I just said, basically silver is national champ, bronze is NCAA champ, or you could be national champ, but you're only top 30 instead of top 15 in the world, right? Why is Ricketts' picture not fully here? Now, that's weird. They ain't got a picture of her fully up there. Now, gold, here's the difference here's the gold. You make the finals, right? You make the finals at world championships and Olympics. So that's trying to show that you can do that. So you basically got to make 2 championship finals. That's what gold is. You got to make 2 finals and you can get gold ranking. Seems like that's a lot easier to make than the top 15. So it's built in. You also got to be top 15 in the world or something like that. You got to be top 15 or top 30. You got to be top 30. So technically, it's a little bit easier to break into the gold ranking based on my system here than it is for silver, right? Because you might not be your national champion, but you can actually make a final for a world championship or Olympics. That happens. So that's why I say you got to be in the top ranking system there. Now, platinum, the difference between platinum and gold is platinum, you get medals. Gold, you don't get medals like that. You might get a medal here once in a while, but platinum, you have to medal at multiple championships. That's the biggest difference. So for people, if you guys are wondering what the difference is, you medaled with platinum, gold, you don't. All right. And then you got to basically have double the championships. But based on her stats right here, she's made 3 world championship finals and Olympic Games finals, and she's got a world championship silver medal. Now, based on that, what do you guys think that she's ranked? She's made an Olympic and 3 world championship teams. Now, she's made, well, at least the finals of these. Well, based on this system, she's got 1 medal, not 2. Okay? She's a gold ranked athlete. So here we go. Here's a gold ranked athlete here. Shanika Ricketts, she's a gold ranked athlete. So on this list, gold label athlete, Shanika Ricketts is that athlete here. All right? Anybody have a disagreement with that one right now? If you do, let me know. That doesn't mean I'm going to change the system, but I want to know if you guys agree or disagree with that, because that's where it's based on results. Now, I'm sure some people are going to be like, okay, where is Richardson ranked on this? We're going to get to her in a second. Mamona. Then we're going to go to other stuff. I'm trying to give the field eventers love because, you know what? I do cover field eventers, but you know what? Some people made some good points. I might not be covering them to the point that they should be. Here's Mamona. All right? Here's another triple jumper here. Now, based on the stats that I say here, now her European championship, that's not going to do. She has to be at the World and Olympic championships. So based on this, she's actually on the borderline of gold and silver. Gold and silver. We're going to have to look at her rankings year after year. Let's look at her progression, actually. Looking at her progression in the triple jump to see if I can detect if she's in that top list. Well, based on her just getting 1 medal, she may actually be the lower tier gold ranked athlete. And actually, wow, this is her best. That's her PR right there this year. And she's 32. She's getting a PR at an older age. So here we go. They said Rojas is once in a generation jumper. Yeah. So Rojas, what do you mean by once in a generation? Because we can't forget old lady from Colombia. Because she was near the world record for such a long time. And Rojas actually copies a lot of her entertainment value now because she's gotten a little bit more entertainment from Ibargüen. But yeah, setting the world record, that is to an extent. And she's done it in a different way. So people would copy her. Now let's look at Kimberly Williams. Based on the same thing. We're going to try to speed this one up now. Kimberly Williams. All right. Another Jamaican athlete. As she said, she obliterated the world record. Yeah. So, World Indoor Championships. Now, under my system right now, I'm not necessarily labeling the World Indoor. I'm going to have a different label for that, okay? I'm not counting both World Indoor and Outdoor. I might have to say Gold Indoor label or something like that, but right now, we're counting Outdoor. Based on this, she's a solid gold athlete. Matter of fact, she might actually be upgraded to platinum by sheer amount of championship finals that she's made. But the problem is she hasn't medaled in any outdoor championship. She's medaled indoor, but she hasn't medaled outdoor. So based on the indoor, she could be ranked higher, but outdoor, she's only made 3 Olympic game finals, 4 world championship finals, but she got no medal. So she can't be upgraded. But by sheer amount of pressure that she's done here, she's a solid gold ranked athlete. So here's another gold ranked athlete on this list. So there we go. Oh yeah, and people that say the world championships is junior varsity, remember, the world record in the women's triple jump was set at the world championships. The world record for the men's 100 and 200 was set at the world championships. Like, what are y'all talking about? The old world record for the men's 100 was set at the world championships, if I'm not mistaken. Like, people that say that, they just like to say stuff. They don't think about what they say before they say it. Like, world records are set here. Some of the fastest times in history are set at the world championships. They just want to do that because they defend a certain athlete like they were defending Elaine Thompson-Herah because she failed to perform at the world championships. She failed to perform. That's a fact. If she can't do it, she can't do it. She showed up in 2015. Then after that, she hasn't really done anything at the world championships. But we're going to see if she's healthy next year, what she can do. Caribbean Views TV, what's going on? Thank you for joining us. Now, let's go over to the... Okay, let me ask y'all a question here. I got this on here. What do y'all think Justin Gatlin is? I'm very curious. What label, based on what I just said, what do y'all think Justin Gatlin is here? You think he's a... They said most of the best marks are set at Worlds. What do y'all think Justin Gatlin is? Like Christian Coleman. Let's go over to the men's side real quick. Like Christian Coleman, he could be... While you guys are looking at this image, I'll bring up the men right here. This is kind of like replacing Athletics and Chill, by the way. So you guys are unintentionally in Athletics and Chill. So we can even look at the men's pole vault and everything. But what do y'all think Justin Gatlin is here? He, by sheer amount of championships that he's made. Oh, and by the way, did y'all know that Subi Tung ran the fastest 30-meter in history of the 100? He's faster than Usain Bolt, Coleman, Asafa Powell, and everything. Now, they haven't been tracking it forever, but they've tracked it long enough that they got Usain Bolt's world record in there. So they said Gatlin got to be high. I don't think Gatlin ever got an official world record. Professional sidekick or villain. All right, let's stop this jokes around here. But Justin Gatlin right here, I guess he ain't ranked that high right here. But Justin Gatlin, they said Justin Gatlin should retire. Nah, no thank you. He's doing okay. As long as he's able. Look, he's beaten most of the people in the world, if you think so. If you think. Now, based on his PR, he's washed up based on that. Like, but Subi Tang, what did he do? I'm covering that in an article a day or two. That's why I say y'all better look out for China. My buddy sent me the article, and I forgot, but this dude blazed everybody. I'm like, dang. But obviously, he got the fastest first start, or 30 meters, that's what it was, than anybody in history. Yet, you know he's not the fastest in history, so that means you got to have a backup. But Justin Gatlin, let me show you the stats here. Olympic gold medalist, all right, he's got that. Olympic Games silver medalist 2 times. Olympic Games bronze, okay, World Championship gold, he's got 4. Based on that, he's a platinum-ranked athlete. He's a platinum-ranked athlete because I know for a fact he's made World Championships in 2005. He's made the Olympics in 2004. He's the Athens 100-meter champion and everything. And he's, even though he got banned, he came back. He's medaled at every single championship year that he's not been banned in. Did you all know that? He's medaled in every championship year he hasn't been banned in. And he's done something better than Tyson Gay has done. Every time this dude shows up, except for this year. This is the only year he didn't do it. So Justin Gatlin is easily a platinum-ranked athlete. When I say platinum plus, I don't know about that. Because it's not like he's had a world record or anything. Now, even unofficially, like even unofficially, he's never had a world record. So I got to give him with that. But this dude, like his longevity, that's something to be an envy for other people, even though he's got banned. You can't compare that to anybody else. He's literally standing as far as a sprinter. Haile Gebrselassie, is probably for distance running. That dude is in champion level, setting 80 something records, setting world records, I think over 32 times. For a distance runner, dude, Haile Gebrselassie of Ethiopia, I mean, he set the mark. First man under 2 hours and 4 minutes. That guy, now he is a champion easily when it comes there. He used to be the emperor of distance running. Hisham El Garouj in the mile. That guy is a champion when it comes there. Completely undefeated for years. Now, he tripped up twice at the Olympics, unfortunately. But had he not been banned, he would be sitting on the top. Yeah, I think if he didn't get banned, he might have set a world record. Because, I mean, but it's his fault for getting banned at least once. The first time with that ADHD medication, the Olympic Committee decided to change it. And so that's why Simone Biles didn't have to stop taking her medication, but Justin Gatlin had to. It's very unfortunate because that's the stuff he got banned for. And then afterward, other athletes like a Simone Biles in other sports and in track and field, they didn't get anything for him because Justin Gatlin was mishandled, really. And he was the fall person. But the other thing with the testosterone cream or something like that, I can't really defend him on it. But the ADHD, I will vehemently defend him on because that's something he was taking from me when he was a kid, right? They said LG would have won Atlanta if he didn't get tripped. I know, right? That's crazy. Like, to think that he's one of the best, but he also wouldn't have ran in Athens. He said he was kept running because of the gold medal. Like, it makes you do a lot of things. Now, here, I know people want to hear this. I know this was a gold rank one. So since this isn't about a certain athlete, I'm jumping around a little bit. Here, let's go over to the women's 100. This is going to upset people, so I'm going to get it out the way right now. Women's 100, let's go over to Sha'Carri Richardson. I know people love to hate and everything like that. Now, Sha'Carri Richardson, right here. Okay. Now, based on the standards that I said on this list, and let me refresh you really quick. Let's go up from this list. I want y'all to say it. I'm going to let y'all say this on Sha'Carri Richardson, okay? Okay, I'm going to let y'all say this one on Richardson. Let's look at her resume. Oh, wait a minute. She don't got any honors here. Hold on. Nope, she doesn't have any major honors. Now, based on this, bronze, you got to be top 10 in the nation and top 30 overall for 2 years, or NCAA or national champion. Now, because NCAA is only in the U.S., that's why I gave the other stipulation there, okay? Now, I think I'm going to increase bronze because I'm not making any official videos of this yet until I solidify this. I might change it to 4 years. And the reason being is because I want these athletes to be above the rest. You got to show consistency. So what I'm going to say is this might be increased to 4 years, but based on this now, and basically this week I'm going to solidify it. I'm going to have a vote or something like that with some people that I have trusted with me. And then when we solidify this, this is what we're rolling with. But right now it's 2 years. Okay, silver is your local country champion or ranked top 15 internationally and ranked top 15 internationally for 2 years, or you have local country dominance and beating a few international athletes and made the finals of a nation. Gold is you got to make the Olympic finals. Like she ain't getting that. So people are like saying she's got no senior honors. Yeah, she's got nothing along other than NCAA because they're technically adults and whatnot. Even though most of them are 21 and under and whatnot. So, with that being said, she's either silver or she's bronze. So, based on how this could be interpreted here, and it's very close, she is kind of dominant in the U.S. She's a local country dominance. And she's beaten a few international athletes because she did win a 200. She's beaten Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce in the opener. So, like, it doesn't matter what order she's gotten it in. She got second to Dina Asher-Smith, but she's beaten some international big names. So, when I say international athletes, I actually mean somebody that's also ranked in these top lists. They got to be ranked at least in the top 30. So, if she beats somebody that's international in the top 30, that could be Del Pont, that could be Kambunji. As she's done that, She's technically, even though she got disqualified because of the weed smoking, she's technically not a country champion because that got disqualified. She made the finals in 2019, even though she got fourth, or was it last? Let me look at this one. Hold on. What did she get in 2019 at USA's? I think she got last in the 100. USA Championship. Yeah, she got last. Okay, so she got last, but she made the final. So technically, based on this, she's silver, but my mind says she's a bronze because she got no resume. But technically, under my own system, and hold on, I got to double check this very quickly because if she's ranked top 15 in the world, so she's ranked number 3 here, I got to check 2019. 2020, that doesn't count. That's a wash because it's not been consistent. Yeah, so she's actually qualifies for silver. So on this listing, she's a silver ranked athlete. She's a silver ranked athlete. So there you go. There you go. That's what Sha'Carri Richardson. I know some people, the Sha'Carri Richardson fans, when they actually see this, they don't see this live stream. But when I come out with this and the views start going to 5 and 6, 7, 8,000. Oh, yeah, I already know the comment section going to be lit up. They're going to be like, how dare you rank her? She's a platinum. She's a champion. I already know what's going to happen. Now, let's look at somebody else. Who y'all want me to look at? Like I said, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce doesn't have a world record. She cannot, under my current standards, be ranked as a champion. Sorry to say, but she can't be. But she's a platinum plus. I would say that at the very least. She could be ranked champion later on. And the reason being is because the time stipulation is you do a plus. You do a first. It says and or you do a first for a champion. So if enough time passes and somebody can't reproduce what Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce has done in his next decade, then she might actually be through time. Currently, she can't be ranked as while she's still running, right? Unless she does it for 2 decades. Then, okay, at this point, I got to give it to her. But if somebody doesn't do that, then yeah. Okay, somebody said Ta Lou. Why is my mouse not working? Gosh, dang it. Here we go. I got too many files here. So here's Ta Lou. If it loads up. Come on now. Okay, so Marie-Jose Ta Lou. Based on this ranking. Oh, somebody said Rob Benjamin. All right, let's do that. Let's rank them. We're going to be ranking people today. And then I'm going to do individual videos in the future. All right, so she's made... Oh, I should actually know this off the top of my head. But let's just show everybody else that may not know this. I'll zoom out. So, okay. So, we're not going to count the Africa Games. That's a local thing. We're not counting the indoor championships. But, okay, based on... She's got 2 world championship silvers. She got a world championship bronze. But she ain't got nothing at the Olympics. So, she can't be ranked platinum label. She cannot be ranked platinum label at this current moment. And the reason being is technically, she could be ranked platinum label, right? Under my other qualifications, but based on the baseline upfront ones, Ta Lou has to be a gold ranked athlete. And that kind of makes sense. When y'all start seeing when I actually start ranking them on my own and I start listing out the people, when you do it, it's like, wow, these athletes don't perform above a certain level. When somebody's a gold label athlete, unless they're young, then that can always change. But when you look in hindsight type of thing, and you're like, wait a minute, or somebody that has a long career and they're currently gold, it's hard for a gold ranked athlete to win a gold medal. A gold ranked athlete, the difference between gold and platinum is typically anybody ranked platinum, most of them, if they're not, on relays, they got a gold medal somewhere. They got a gold medal in the championship or at the Olympics. That's the difference between platinum and gold. Now, Ta Lou, by the sheer amount of world championships that she's made, I'll see her honors right here. She technically, I would give her a platinum label. But under my up front ones, because y'all don't know all the other qualifications, she's gold. Okay, just for that. All right. So I'll go to Rye Benjamin real quick. It said, bro, this is biased. You not count. Why y'all use the word biased? Let me ask y'all. That's the new term here. That's the new term here. People say biased. Is that what Fox News been saying and CNN has been saying? Because there's no such thing as no bias in anybody's talking point. Never. Never. Every single person talks from a bias. They said, you not counting world indoors? No, I'm not counting indoors at this current point in time, because the reason being is until recently, world indoors doesn't necessarily include everybody, right? That's why also when you look at who I'm ranking in the past, because they didn't, the world championships in the past until the last decade and a half, world championships weren't really involving a lot of people like that. So when I rank people in the past, it's going to be less on the world championships and more on the Olympics, because more track and field is getting more popular internationally and at the world championships, because they're actually paying big money. Just like if I rank somebody on Diamond League, remember there was the Golden League, and that was bigger than the Diamond League technically with prize money. So yeah. I am going to have a bias. The bias is outdoor, because when people think of things and when they sponsor you, they're sponsoring you based on what you did outdoor, not your indoor stuff. There are plenty of people that are 60-meter champion and you don't see them in 100 at all, right? Now, Coleman, he happens to have the 60-meter world record, but it could have very well meant that he just got that and he couldn't hold his form. So that's the thing. So they said, talk about FloJo 2 Olympics relate to her ranking. So here we go. So Rye Benjamin. Let's look him right here. So Rye Benjamin, what the heck? Why is it an article on this? Gosh dang it. All right, I'll just do the easy thing and go to men's 400 based on this. Okay, this is 2021. Where's the male? Men's 400 hurdles. I got to do it this way. That's why I don't type in their names. That's why y'all normally see me go through this hoopla this, because a lot of times when you type that in, it doesn't match up. But here, Rye Benjamin. They said FloJo only have world record. Yeah, she's a platinum rank athlete. She's a platinum rank athlete. Why? Because of time. She's destroyed. Oh, okay. FloJo not only has the world record, but she got a world record and is untouchable at this point. When I say untouchable, nobody's close to her 200 world record. We could theoretically say, and this is with upgraded shoes, with platinum plating or whatever the freaking carbon plating. This is with, and remember, Elaine Thompson Hero is sponsored by Trike. So they gave her the best shoe that they could give her. So you got upgraded shoes with carbon plates. You got a trampoline track that they called so-called trampoline track. Every one of these tracks are upgraded. Every other Olympics, so every 2 Olympics, they try to upgrade the tracks. That's basically what it is. So the next Olympics is going to run on the same track as this one, essentially. So, and then the World Championships and stuff in between. So Rye Benjamin, based on this, let's see, Olympic silver. Oh yeah, this was in one. Well, he would technically be ranked under the platinum label right now. Yes, he would be a platinum label athlete. Why? Because he's got an Olympics and a World Championship medals here. Right, there you go. Based on this, they said FloJo is champion, bro. She can't be champion unless she's done. That's top 1%. And technically, there's an argument to be made there. Don't use all caps in the future, by the way. My moderators ain't here. They would have automatically banned you. But when it comes down to it, Rye Benjamin is technically under this one, platinum, which is why I'm going to make these harder to qualify for. It's going to knock some people out. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, never mind. Rye Benjamin, I'm sorry. I actually forgot my own ranking. He has to make 2 Olympic Games. So actually, he's a gold label athlete. That's the difference between platinum and gold as well. They said, I mean, come on. Rye has super fast times. Yeah. So Rye is actually a gold ranked athlete, and he's been competitive at other championships as well. So yeah, under this, he has to make 2 championships and medal at those. 2 Olympic championships and the world championships. The reason why I'm saying 2 Olympic games, let me point this out, okay? Let me point this out. The reason why I am saying this is world championship and here's the Olympics. The reason why I'm saying it is that you should not be able to be easily ranked in this above the rest, the ATR label, right? Unless you have consistency. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is consistent. Mo Farah is consistent. Kenenisa Bekele, Haile Gebrselassie, they were consistent. If all you're doing is you came out one time, Flojo, for example. How is she going to be champion when she came out, had one season? Now, she's been a great athlete. Now, this is one thing people can't take away from her. This lady is untouchable with her records. She's also a great 400-meter athlete. I'm going to get into her in a second. People forget. She's one of the few athletes. She's got gold, and a silver. She got a silver in a 4x4. This is the same championships. This is why I was so mad that Shericka Jackson couldn't do something like that because Allison Felix can't do that. This was a rare point because Jamaica is not as good in the 4x4. If Shericka Jackson medaled there, she would be in the talking point of she's faster than Flojo in the 400 and she's got these other things over her. And then you could have started having an argument there. But Shericka Jackson messed up. That's the thing. So when it comes down to Flojo, let's look down at her. I think I got to type in Florence Griffith Joyner here. Here we go. Here's a profile, hopefully. So let's rank her real quick. Let's rank her. Okay. First, for instance, let's look at her Olympic Games, okay? So she made Atlanta, okay? Here we go. Now, she's got a silver at Atlanta. That's what she got. That's the best that she got, okay? Then she's got all of these. This is exactly what I was talking about. She's got the Triple Crown plus another medal. So she got a quadruple or whatever that you would call that, right? That's very difficult. That's very difficult to do. And for so many people that say, oh, her 100 ain't legitimate, and I was one of the people, I actually got convinced because 2134, the next closest person is Elaine Thompson-Herah. When you look on that ranking list, and it's not, remember, they had 4 rounds. They had 4 rounds. When you look at her progression of what she did in her rounds or her results, I think they don't go back. Here it is. When you look at the progression she did in the rounds here in the 200, look at this. Okay, she jogged 22:51. Now remember, it's not easy to break that. She did a 21:76, a 21:56. Here she is. She's right next to Elaine Thompson-Herah here. And if they were in the same race, she could have potentially beat her. Then she came back and ran. She had 4 rounds and she ran a 21:34. Remember this. On a worse track, worse shoes, not the same efficient training as they do have today. Probably fighting against gender inequity in the USA because we got to be honest here. They're looking at the female athletes as different. It's very recent that they had allowed them in. So she running against all of this and she ran a 21:34. Way better than all the other athletes. That's why I say, sure, she could be a champion level athlete because that is the top 1%. And the fact that her records have lasted so long, I can admit that she could be a champion level label athlete. The problem I got with this is that champion label athlete, my stipulations are this. There are other records that are like that. Think of the women's 400. Think of the women's 800 record. Those are untouchable at this point. But do I label them as champions? If you ain't coming multiple Olympics and you doing like this or world championships at that time, which were arguably weaker, then she ain't got a foot to stand on to be a champion. All she got are fast times that are very untouchable. That's why I said I can't label her right now as a champion. There's an argument to be made, but who knows? There's an argument to be made, but I can't just put her as a champion status. Because then at that point, we open the door for too many athletes. This got to be rare ground. And you might have it where you're looking at the female sprinter in the 100 and 200. But what about the 400 athletes? What about the high jumpers? What about the distance athletes? Right? They performed year after year, and all she did was show up at one Olympics, blaze the world, and then didn't show up anymore when they started doing drug testing. To me, we got to keep that in context. To me, that's I can't do it right now. But there's an argument. I will admit that there's an argument to be made. Ironically, made in Tokyo. Right here. Here's one of her other times that she finished first here in Tokyo. But anyway, oh yeah, both him and his wife. Kersey was ahead of his time. Both him and his wife. Yeah. So here we go. Let's see what other athletes should we list here. So there's Rob Benjamin, Karsten Warholm. I mean, he's a platinum athlete. I heard there was no world championship during FloJo days. You know what? I'll double check that. If that's the case, then we got to do it. Well, actually, I think there was a World Athletics Final. That's the same thing. The World Athletics Final, World Championships, they had the athletes coming out and everything like that. If they had that in her time, then yes. And matter of fact, I thought they did because the distance athletes had ran World Championships. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, in the 80s, yeah, they had World Championships. They had World Championships. They said, where did you hear that? The World Championship started in 1983. Yeah, so she would have had a chance in 1985. I mean, she could have been good enough, but technically speaking, they would have had World Athletics Final or something else in its place. Pedro Pablo Pichardo. Oh, yeah, Pichardo. Let's look at him. Didn't Pichardo change nationalities, if I'm not mistaken, and he hasn't really performed up to his level, but because he went from Cuba to Portugal, if I'm not mistaken, right? So when it comes here, hold on, this will be easier. And like I said, with this, based on what he's made here, okay, that was the previous. What happened to him in Rio? That's what I don't remember. Do you know what happened to him in Rio? Okay, based on my standard here, he's actually, well, excuse me, I almost burped into the mic. Yeah, based on his standard, based on my standard here, he will actually be a platinum ranked athlete. The reason being is the only reason why I say 2 Olympic Games is because of the time frame. What I'm really saying, and I think that's why I'm going to simplify it, is the athlete has to show up at X amount of championships, let's say 4, but then it makes it easy if they never show up at the Olympics and they only show up at the World Championships, right? So they have to show up to 4, maybe 5 championships, and their consistency has to last over 5 years, right? Based on this, he would technically be gold because he doesn't have 2 Olympics, but I would give him platinum based on what my platinum ranking really means. That's why I say 2 Olympic championships, if you guys get what I'm saying. But yeah, based on what I told y'all, he's actually a gold rank athlete because he didn't make Rio. But because of his longevity, 2015 by to now, right? And he's performed at 2013, which means he probably was okay in 2012, but whatever happened, he just didn't do it. He's U20. There he is. U20, yeah. So he would technically be gold. I got to give it to him. They said, I don't know what happened to him in Rio. Maybe injured. Could be the case. If we look at it, Cuba until, eligibility. Maybe it had something to do with his eligibility. Yeah, that could be the case. So yeah, but Pichardo, he's not performing at the level that he should be as far as his max stats. So yeah. But yeah, I'll look at the World Championships back then too. But yeah, today, guys, we've been on this for an hour. That's all I wanted to cover. Give you some gold label rank athletes. Give y'all my ranking system right now. It's not really too much of a big deal today. It's evening. It's 9 p.m. where I am, and I'm pretty sure most of y'all, especially if you're in Jamaica, 9 p.m. Central Time. So y'all late at night. If y'all got anything else about who I should cover right here, go ahead. Otherwise, I'm going to get myself off of here. They said, I think he might have tried to switch allegiance. Yeah, he did. But he still was eligible to compete to Cuba with Cuba until 2017. So I think depending on how that was, it might have taken him out of the world. You got to be, most countries, I know for the USA, I think they take you out 2 years. It has to be 2 years. So like Bernard Lagat, because of his eligibility, he competed for Kenya in 2004 for Athens. But then I think he could not run for the USA until, meaning he couldn't even compete at the World Championships in 2005 or 2005. He couldn't compete at the World Championships. So because of the 2-year rule. So he decided, okay, I'm not going to represent the USA in 2004 because the Olympics is here because they're going to take me out. So I'm going to wait until 2006 I can officially represent. And then the next World Championships was 07, where he won the 1,500, 5,000 double. They said, nah, you could do this next time. They said, just checked only 83, 87, 91 World Championships. She got silver in 87, 200. Okay, I'll be looking at that. I know just Spliv. Look, you look like you like Flojo here. So we're going to be looking at that. I'm going to look more deeply into it. That's why I said I don't know if I'm going to have a champion label as of yet. Or if I introduce a champion label, it's going to be later on in time, okay? That's what I'm going to do because right now you got to take it very seriously. Michael Johnson, champion, right? I mean, this dude was undefeated for over a decade in the 200, nearly a decade in the 400. Or maybe it was the other way around. I mean, Carl Lewis. I mean, you can't argue that this man was a champion. See, it's the consistency that's getting it for me with these athletes. They showing up at multiple Olympics, doing this in and out. And as soon as they do other things here, yeah, sure, she never got caught. But, I mean, this is a really big red flag that she does that. And that's what stains her for me. That's what stains her for me. When they start implementing full-out drug testing, she's gone. I mean, I can't even defend her on that one. Right? I can't defend her on that one. That's the thing that takes it away from me. If she could have showed up at one Olympics after it, or she showed that same dominance, then sure. Because she's got the world record. She's got marks that lasted for such a long time. She's got a silver at the previous Olympics in the 200. So she wasn't a slouch. People think that she was, but she wasn't a slouch. Flojo wasn't a slouch. And that's what I always defend her on. But when it comes down to the other thing, she over here looking like Marion Jones to me. Okay, I gotta let you know the truth here. Wonder what image this is. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Oh yeah, Amusan. I wonder what she gets ranked. I think she's probably there. He said who? I'm talking about Flojo. So, yeah, when it comes down to that, yeah, they said, imagine if Lewis' only events were 100 and 200. He would have been a 9.65 and 19.30. I don't know about that. The reason why, okay, I'm going to tell you what I found out here, and I might just do a full-out video of this. So, the reason why Carl Lewis, let's look at Dos Santos. I'm curious about whether he would be ranked on my system. And, Just Spliv said this was a good exercise, head and shoulders. Yeah, no problem. What I'm going to do, this is going to be an official ranking system. I'm going to try to make sure that this gets out. You guys share this with other people. Once I have this week, it's going to be finalized because I'm going to do a little internal vote and everything. And then, yeah, you guys may disagree, but hey, we got to put a flag in the ground and set a standard. So when people keep coming up and they keep asking questions, and they say, how dare you put this athlete here and this one here? When I say head and shoulders above the rest, any athlete, even if you're a bronze ranked athlete, you are now officially, you can't take that away from that person. Not the channel Sha'Carri Richardson saying, you can't take that from me. I'm the number 6 ranked athlete. You know what I can take away from you? You ain't ranked. Everybody can tell that because if you're not a platinum ranked athlete, you definitely didn't get a medal. You can't be a platinum ranked athlete without getting a medal somewhere. I'm not even going to allow it. Like on my system, I don't care if you showed up to every world championships there. You could only be maybe a gold plus, but you can't be a platinum ranked athlete without a medal under your name, right? But you could be a gold ranked athlete without a medal. You could be a silver. You could be a bronze. So when somebody says Sha'Carri Richardson and I say she's a silver ranked athlete at best and she's a bronze on deep end, and you guys start arguing with each other and say no here, and then all you got to do is tell the person, slap, she's a bronze ranked athlete. She's a bronze label athlete. People are gonna be like, what? But the conversation's over. Conversation's over. When a new person comes up, a new guy comes up out of the street, yeah, you could say she's a potential platinum label athlete in the future. You could say Shericka Jackson, she's a potential platinum label. Why? She showed up at 2 Olympics. She got medals at 2 Olympics. Bronze in Rio, bronze here. She showed up at multiple world championships, got a gold on the relay, got medals at this Olympics in the open event. The problem that Shericka Jackson got, and she's got a she got a gold on the 4x4, right? The problem with Shericka Jackson is she needs one more world championship individual medal or one more relay, then she's a platinum ranked athlete. She's on the cusp based on my ranking system. It said Gail Devers was a platinum athlete, a true champion. Yes, Kevin, I agree with you. Gail Devers, she's a platinum ranked athlete. Now, based on this, here, he's actually just a gold ranked athlete. And when I say just, I don't really mean that lightly. He's a gold ranked athlete. Now, what he's going to have to do is he got to show up at the world championships next year and medal. If he can medal at the world championships next year, he's platinum label because he's made multiple world championship teams and he's a young guy. He's 21. He's going to be 22 platinum label. That means he's coming forward with that. And I hope that if this catches on, guys, athletes can get paid more. I would love to see this or a version of this. I know I want to see a version. I want to see this because if it's a version of this, I'm suing. I'm serious. I want to see this talked about in the mainstream so that these athletes, when you say, oh, Dos Santos is a platinum label athlete, platinum label athletes get paid $3 million a year. Or they get paid $900,000 a year. You get what I'm saying? That's what I want this to happen. And they said Dos Santos, my guy right there. Yeah, Dos Santos, man, this guy got so much potential right here. That's why and he's actually delivered on getting a medal. So he's made a world championship finals too. So it's different between you saying potential as in an 800 runner or a Sha'Carri Richardson. The reason why I bring her up, she reminds me of the 800 runners that show up and you be like, hey, this guy from Kenya, he has potential. And then you never see this dude again. He shows up for 2 seasons. He runs a really fast time, a 142 high or 143 or something like that low. And it's like, wow, this guy's 19 or he's 22 or 21. And then where he go? Nowhere. That's what happens. They said Gail Devers had range. I'm pretty sure. This is what Timothy the inventor said. Gail Devers had range. I'm pretty sure she did the 100 hurdles and the 100 and an amateur long jumper. Yeah. Gail Devers, respect to her. And she was, what's the disease she had? Darn it, I forget the disease offhand. Oh, I forgot. Carl Lewis. Let me stick to that point. Okay, Carl Lewis. They said he would have been like Michael Johnson. Okay, Carl Lewis. Let me put him on the screen. Where's my picture of Carl Lewis? Okay, Carl Lewis. You guys don't know this. This is the thing. Carl Lewis, he went to Dr. McDougall. I know I said this on previous things, but he realized that he was slowing down in the 100. He came up to him, and this was something, audio and interview and stuff with him. He said it himself. He said he was slowing down. What did he do? He went vegan. And the reason why he went vegan, he found out about Dr. McDougall. And if you guys don't know about that, Dr. McDougall is the leading, him and his wife, they're both called Dr. McDougall, but I'm talking about the husband. They actually are the ones that changed the unhealthy food pyramid in the United States to a food plate. Now, the thing is, they didn't want to get rid of meat completely, and so they used the term protein so that they can confuse people. Even though scientifically it's already been proven incorrect, Protein is literally everything that you eat. The only thing that doesn't really have a quote unquote protein is fries. Like you deeply fry something a lot, protein is gone. It's destroyed. But anything you eat has quote unquote protein. You get more from that. So what you got here is that Carl Lewis said, how can I extend the longevity of what I do in the sport? Dr. McDougall said, this is what you can do. Eat with us here. That's why I even started eating beets and stuff like that. So Carl Lewis was there, and he actually darn it, what's the term I'm thinking of here? I got distracted by this comment. I'll get to you in a second. But yeah, Carl Lewis basically extended his career by going vegan. All right. So that stopped him from slowing down as quickly. People don't notice that. A lot of bodybuilders and some weightlifters and stuff like that, they've gone vegan and they've gotten stronger. Because usually you hit 40 or you hit your 30s and then the muscle size goes down. That's the conventional wisdom. Then they found out that doesn't happen as quickly when you hit those ages if you're a whole food plant-based vegan, not just vegan. Because you could be vegan drinking beer, Oreo cookies, because they're vegan, by the way, and you're slurping up freaking candy and stuff like Starburst. That's not healthy, but you can still be vegan technically, okay, by getting that. Now, King Spotlight said in 2003, Lewis admitted that he failed 3 tests for stimulants in 1988 and the Olympic executives had looked the other way. In fairness, Lewis tested positive for a small amount of stimulants. Now, yes, I covered this on a previous video, and I said I didn't really want to tackle him because Carl Lewis is huge and my channel's small right now, and you know, some stuff happens. And I know that World Athletics and Diamond Leagues people, now I know it's confirmed, they watch this channel. These people are watching this channel. Flow, whatever, they watch this channel. Other people, they do that. So now that I know that they do it for sure, I did mention that about Carl Lewis, and I actually brought up the article about how they did that. And the reason why I brought that up is because I had to bring this up in conjunction with Sawa E. Nasser, right? And I tried to point out it's not always the Americans that's doing it, but there's a bias sometimes here. Let me use a different term. There's a incentive for you to do it. And the reason why they look the other way is because Carl Lewis was the face of track and field. Not just USA, but international. Remember, nations look up to the United States, especially back at that time. Internationally, USA was respected as one hardcore nation. So that's like Usain Bolt, and then they look the other way. I would hope that he doesn't come out and say, yeah, they look the other way for this. I don't even want to know. Because if I do know at that point, it tarnishes it for me at the end of the day. I had already known this about Carl Lewis. And when I found it out actually later about Carl Lewis, it kind of made me look at him a little bit funny, right? But he was the face of track and field, not just USA. So you got to think about it like that. If Carl Lewis, somebody like that, was like banned, well, they said, well, he should not have allowed to keep that Ben Johnson gold medal. Hey, it is what it is. Like, it is what it is at this point. I think Ben Johnson was done real dirty. I think they needed to have somebody as the fall guy. That's why he said he was targeted. That's why I give it to him that he was targeted. He was given the Marion Jones treatment, right? But the real face of track and field was Carl Lewis. I think all the top 3 or 4 athletes in that one race, they all failed or something at some point. So I don't know. That's not my place to do it. But I will point out things like that. Yeah. They said you got to remember that WADA only started in 1988. Yeah, exactly. 1988 is when they started. What's her name? Completely just said, all right, I'm out when they started. She said, all right, I'm out. Let me check out. Y'all ain't catching me on Marion Jones. But it's unfortunate. And so many people before could have actually, tested positive for things, but we just will never know. That's why I said us overly testing track and field athletes when the NFL, NBA, and stuff like that don't be overly testing. Man, get over it. That's what I'll be telling people. Get over it. Because if the only headline we got is, where is this at? Is a drug cheat and stuff. Oh, yeah, don't forget. Look, We got 6 likes in this. We could get up to 10, guys. We could get up to 10 likes. We got 38 people in here at this time, 38, 40 or something like that. Let's get us up to 10 likes. But yeah, they said Marion Jones' name should not ever be mentioned. Marion Jones was an extremely talented athlete. They said Marita Koch and Kratichvalova just went. Yeah, I know, right? I know they were like, yo. I mean, see, that's the same thing I'm talking about with them. We look at the 400 records and everything. Let's go to Stat Zone here. We gotta remember all of these. So yeah, when it comes down to it, I'm gonna hold certain athletes. Oh, here's a mark here. I'm going to label, if I had to label, Eliud Kipchoge. He's a platinum label athlete. Now, the reason being, even though he has not run at the World Championships when it comes down to the marathon, although he's gotten a gold at the age of 18, way back in the day, now that I remember. But if he only medaled, and it wasn't these other World Championships before, this man is either champion because of what he's done. That's why I said he's a first. So he would be at the bare minimum platinum, but he's definitely a champion when it comes to the marathon. First man under 2 hours, setting the official world record, being unstoppable, and it's never been done before at winning marathon after marathon after marathon. I think it was like 10 or 12 in a row. Like, that's never been done before. So when it comes down to it, hey, there you go. So that's where I see, that's consistency over years and years and years. Why? It's saying that I'm buffering now. Are you guys buffering? It's saying YouTube ain't getting enough. Now, when I start talking about Eliud Kipchoge, they like, yo, pull the plug on him. He's talking about distance runners. So here it is. Marita Koch. Then we got Kratichvalova. This all was done before the drug testing stuff. So it's crazy. They say, okay, does the World Championship Marathon even matter anymore? And Kipchoge has made so many finals. So this is the asterisk mark. I count the marathon in a different category. Okay, I give a little bit lighter weight in the marathon. Now, Kipchoge obviously qualifies for that championship status because he's been 5,000 meter champion at the age of 18. He's medaled at multiple world championships and stuff before. He's got that because now he's got a world record. So I'm ranking the athlete overall, not just one event. If I rank them in each individual event, some of these athletes that might be platinum label wouldn't be platinum label, right? They'll be gold label in their one event because they can't do it. But I'm ranking the athlete overall, if you get what I'm saying. So the world championship, the reason why they don't, they said, LML, I'm the only one contributing to the distance running field events discussion. Yeah, Timothy the Inventor. See, this channel, the current subscribers, they don't really always care about the field events like that. I actually get more people watching the distance race, the distance videos I got than I got for field events. So, and when people say I don't cover them, that's why I cover them in between other videos, because otherwise they wouldn't even tune in. So it's unfortunate. I got less views on my field eventers, which I'm surprised, actually, to be honest. But yeah, they said Dibaba sisters are in the champion status. I'm not labeling the sisters together. One of them, Genzebi Dibaba, she's gonna be in platinum, and then what's her name? She would be, because Genzebi Dibaba only got what, one world championship or one Olympics. Let me look at her resume right here. She's got a world record, sure. That's not, she didn't do it first. So she's got this Olympic silver, world championship bronze. Yeah, she would be a platinum ranked athlete. Yeah, she doesn't qualify for, yeah, she got a world record under her name, but you got to be above and beyond. I'm telling you, it's got to be very hard. I'm going to clarify what champion is. And that's why I say it's a little bit harder to quantify that. Genzebi Dibaba is definitely not a champion type. Sure, she got the world record, and her world record's probably going to go down pretty quick. But she got, yeah, Turnish Dibaba. She would be under championship status, because this woman and Meseret Defar, they would be under that, if anything, because they had dominance. Gazebri Dababa came up one season, set a world record, and then she's been hurt. So, of course, that's come against her. But, hey, all I got to do is what's on the paper. Safan Hassan is champion status because of what she did. 2 championships in a row. Right? But, like, she's done it first twice. So, she's definitely in championship status. And her range of that. So, for a distance runner, she's definitely there. Marita Koch, I ain't labeling this woman. Some people argue that she's not a woman. I'm not labeling this woman a championship status just because of what she got for a record. She could be platinum, yes, because what she get here, 3 times world championship gold medalist. Matter of fact, let me see something. Huh, interesting. Was she competing after? Nope. She was not competing after the WADA drug test and stuff. So her last season was 1986. And that was 2 years before that. So she wouldn't even have known. So, yeah. Yep, there we go. I mean, let's look at her. Some people argue that she's not a man either, so that's not what I'm here to judge. 1987. So, yeah, another athlete not competing after or right before they implemented. But, yeah, when it comes to the World Championship marathons, a lot of those people, a lot of the top people, they say talented and roided, which cancels out the talent. Now I'm seeing some of those. If you guys want to get my attention faster, y'all just got to a super chat or something like that, because now I'm starting to lose it. Y'all are talking more in the chat, so thank y'all for contributing. But when it comes down to it, this is what I got to say on this. World Championship marathons, they go for the money because the Berlin Marathon is there. When it comes down to the Olympics, sponsors pay more money at the Olympics than what you can win here. So that's the thing. Where is this ranking system in? Here it is. Where's the one here? Now, okay, this is what I want to point out for y'all, okay? So y'all know that these distance athletes ain't be broke out here. Now, this is more recent, but I'm going to tell you this, okay? The marathon right here at the Nagoya Women's Marathon, okay? That's a World Athletics Elite Platinum label race. They got 6 of them. So not to be confused with the marathon majors. Those are like Diamond League versus Continental Tour, okay? You see this, $250,000 to the winner. That means second place is going to get some hundreds of thousands of dollars. Third place is probably going to get hundreds of thousands. They're giving out money. Some of these races, for like Haile Gebrselassie, he showed up in some of these in Saudi Arabia. No, it wasn't Saudi Arabia. It was some other country. They were like, yo, set a world record. We giving you $1 million+ to do it. Now, they didn't do it. He went out super fast and he died out. He wanted that million. He went out super fast and then died out. They had that race where it was Paula Radcliffe and Haile Gebrselassie, and Paula Radcliffe cried and complained, saying, it wasn't fair. They didn't give me enough of a head start, basically. Look, it is what it is. He caught you. It was the man versus woman thing. She had a 30-something minute head start. She's complained about the pace setters not getting her a good pace. And I'm like, look, you wasn't going to beat him anyway. But you would have had to run your world record, and he would have not had to perform in order to do it. I think we should do more gimmicks like that. But when it comes down to it, this is around the World Championship time, if I'm not mistaken, in the order of events that they have. So you're going to see Kipchoge. Oh, no, this is a women's marathon only. So you're going to see people that would show up to the World Championships not show up because of this. That's why I say I'm going to grade the World Championship marathon a little bit different. Because they be having big money. You going to win $80,000 at the World Championships, or you finish 3rd or 8th. You finish 8th in this marathon, you probably still made enough to be 2nd place at the World Championships, if you get what I'm saying. So, what do you mean that doesn't make sense, Timothy the Inventor? I don't get what you're saying. What were you referring to? Bruce Jenner champion status? Is that what you were doing? Certified road events? Huh, interesting. Marathons and half marathons. It said LOL. Caribbean Views TV said. So yeah, there you go. Like, hey, I would do the same thing. I don't care about no world championship title. That's ego. That's for y'all fans to talk about. I got a family, a wife to feed, and kids. I'm showing up at this Nagoya Marathon. I'm showing up at the Berlin Marathon. Because even if Kipchoge burned the bricks off of all of us, me finishing second, third, fourth, or eighth, I'm gonna be making more money than if I finished second or third at the World Championships. Like, nah, I'm showing up here. Like, they said, no, I was referring to Kratichvalova's PBs. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got you. But here, let's see. Yeah, Tiana Daniels, based on this, I put her in here. So they said, but we're off topic now. Yeah, based on Tiana Daniels, she's made 2 finals. Remember, because gold, you just got to make finals. You're not necessarily a medalist. But she's made medals on the relays, so she needs a higher amount of medals in order for her to be upgraded for platinum. I think it's 3 on my list. I got to look at that. But she's definitely a strong, a solid gold. She's made the finals individually at the World Championships, and she's made one at the Olympics. She's qualified for that. She's a gold ranked athlete. Solid gold. All right. Now, the last thing I got to say before we get offline here is this. I think the thing that I'm debating here is to put a something below bronze. Because remember, I said top 50. And so bronze is technically, you got to be top, 30 or something like that. I don't know. This is so crazy. I talked about Tiana Daniels, and I lost 15 or 18 people off of this. This is very interesting. So now I just got to point this out. For all the people that be saying, hey, thank you for covering Tiana Daniels. I show her face. I was talking about a marathon and stuff, and I actually was getting more people in there. I talk about Tiana Daniels, or maybe it's because I put this on the screen. Who knows? I talk about Tiana Daniels. I lost 18 people out the chat. What the heck was that? They got swiped. So that was weird. I'm surprised y'all lasted through the marathon, being that this is a sprint heavy channel. But Blessing Okagbare, I had wanted to cover her on this one. And I think she might be one of the last athletes on there. So Blessing Okagbare, let's rank her on this. Based on this, she's... Wait a minute. I got to see how many she actually made. Hold on. Well, yeah, she's technically... She qualified for a platinum label. Based on the sheer amount of medals that she's got, the longevity that she's got, she would be a lower ranked, higher tier gold, lower ranked platinum label. They said, nah, it could be fight time. Oh, no, never mind. I got all the people back and I got extra. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was just something happened with buffering or something. So maybe I was wrong with that one. But yeah. So when it comes down to here, Blessing Okagbare would be the a platinum label athlete technically. That's why I'm about to make this harder. I'm about to make this harder to qualify for. So when y'all see this in about a day or two, because we're about to vote on this tomorrow. So in my next video, you about to see these standards go up a little bit. And some of these athletes that I might have talked about tonight that have been gold, they might go down to silver. That have been platinum, they might go down to gold. This, I don't want this to be an easy rank to get. Like, you got to show real longevity. Like, what's his name in the 400 hurdles from Brazil? He's 21. Okay, we could give him a gold ranking. Even under the new system, I think he's still going to be gold because he actually got a medal, right? They said, bro, if you're a proven cheat, you got to get a 1 level deduction. Nah, I mean, this isn't, I don't know if I could do that because, see, that's hard. I don't want to, see, that comes into too much of a leeway, right? Because under this, all I'm doing is I'm labeling it based on the medals that you got. If the person is a proven cheat Well, they're only going to take away medals after a certain year. Some athletes, like what did they do with Marion Jones? They let the team keep the medals, right? Which is weird because they don't normally do that. But it is what it is. Now, when it comes down to it, Blessing Okagbare is a proven cheat, but I'm not going to lower her down a level. She just got caught this year. That doesn't take away anything that she's done in the past. I can't prove that she was a cheat in the past. My label, all it does is show how good of an athlete you were. That's all it's doing. So like Johan Blake. Matter of fact, let me give you a great example of Johan Blake. My ranking system doesn't tell you how good the athlete is going to perform now. All it is how you have done in the past and what that shows as far as your resume. So Johan Blake, let's look at him. This is actually going to be interesting, okay? Because my weight on this thing is it's going to give you more weight for the individual medals. I don't care nothing about no relays. You got to have more relay medals when it comes there, individual. Why? Because field eventers and distance runners don't get a chance to go on a relay. Most of them, at least. So I'm going to try to weight it and equalize it. That's why you got to have more relay medals. Places like Japan and China and Great Britain, Team Great Britain, they might be good relay teams. They ain't got no good individuals. So they might need 4 medals, 4 different championships versus you need 2 to qualify as an individual. That's why I'm hitting the point. So Johan Blake, this man, he's qualified for 3 Olympic Games. Okay, so there we go. We got to give him that World Championships. He's coming back at 2011, 2017 here. He's medaled individually at 1 World Championships. Now, because of his sheer amount of relays in this, he's a platinum rank athlete. Strong platinum, not even arguable in my opinion. Because he's got 2 individual. Now, if he would have got a gold at the Olympics in one of these, that would have been an easy platinum. He's arguably high gold, but because of the amount of relays he's medaled on, that makes up for his lack of gold at the Olympic Games. Right? And he said IAAF didn't throw away Blessing's times. Exactly. Timothy the Inventor, if World Athletics, aka IAAF, ain't throwing away certain times, but they do some really weird political stuff. Like they threw away Mbomo's times, but then they didn't throw away. They only threw away that 1 mark, but they didn't throw away the other ones. It's like, if you're a DSD athlete, ain't all of your times DSD, so why don't you throw away all of them? It's like weird. So it's weird. So Johan Blake, he's not performing after he got injured and he's overtrained himself and re-injured himself and all of that stuff. He's not performing to the level he was, but guess what? He's still a platinum rank athlete. Now, if I change up the system, who knows if he's going to be a platinum rank athlete? Because I'm going to make it harder. So y'all going to know the difference between platinum and gold. There's going to be a distinct difference. Like, oh, okay, gold, you just got to make 2 championship finals. Let's see. Cravon Gillespie, he ain't going to be on there. Let's see. Fred Curley. Okay, let's give him on here. Curley, 1 world championship. I didn't think that was from a relay. It'll be easier for me to just look here. So, based on this, he's a gold rank athlete. Why? He ain't made a separate Olympics. You got to give enough time. So essentially, it's darn near, unless he set a world record. That's the only exception. Unless you are somebody that's setting a world championship, a world record, or an Olympic record, you need to essentially last in the game 4 to 5 years in order to be a platinum ranked athlete. That's what my system is saying. Because if you come fly by night, you ain't a platinum. So, yeah, anyway, that's all I got today. I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys for coming out. You've been watching Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes' performances and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. I'm going to show the Japanese logo thing that we have coming out. If you guys are, thank you guys for supporting us. I really did not check if people did, super chats and everything. Not super chat, but PayPal and Cash App. If you guys did, because I don't have those devices in front of me right now. I don't have the phone and everything. But if you guys did, I do appreciate whoever has done that. I'll probably have to shout you out on the next video, actually. So I appreciate everybody that has contributed to Cash App, PayPal. If you signed up to Patreon or anything else, cryptocurrencies in the description below. Because you guys help support this channel and me coming out here. Because, look, I do focus on what's making me more money, right? I got to be honest. I'm not doing anything for charity and stuff. But I do like to push this sport and push the conversation here. So I'm going to focus on my cryptocurrency stuff. It's off season, so I'm not going to be uploading as much. So the people that do come out and support, I really, really do appreciate what y'all are doing for the channel. And everybody else that's just sitting here and watching. Because if you don't got the money, hey, smash that like button. Share this video with other people. Because I understand everybody ain't got it like that. You don't got even $2 to spare. That's fine. If you are out here supporting and watching this video, that's good enough for me. You guys commenting in the comment section tells the YouTube algorithm to share this with other people. So if you guys could just smash that like button and hit that share button, because that's the biggest way that it shares with the other people, that will help me out a lot, because then that helps me get other people. But if you guys are out here supporting us, thank you. Don't forget, stay safe, be in crypto, right? Not financial advice. Here go all my things on Ethereum right here, right? If you guys are here, let's see, because I was just talking about that earlier. If you guys want to do that, definitely y'all know where to sign up and learn that. They said it's fly by night for me, LOL. Caribbean Views TV said, yeah. So I'll catch you all on the next one. Thank you guys for coming out. And then Timothy, the inventor. Yeah, I understand, man. I understand. That's why I said smash that like button. All right.